Welcome to the Battlerapsociety. I'm your host, JoJo Dancer. Closure. RBE was just in the ATL in May with Blood, Sweat, and Tears 6. ARP ain't listening to all that battle rap fans in Atlanta bullshit. He brought the next event to ATL, Closure. And word on the street, he's bringing the next event to the ATL after Closure. But let's talk about this card. First match, a 1SK graduate battle. Chip Gambino versus MVP. This was an excellent start to the event. This match was action-packed. He had them in the middle of the floor, pit style, battling right where your reaction is earshot. Everything is right. It felt like a volume type of environment. First round, Chip Gambino. I gave it to him. Gave him that first round. MVP was good, but I think Chip had the edge. He had a better. He had a nicer round. Can't remember the bar that hit that round, but both of these cats were bar heavy, and they were hitting bars left and right. The second MVP took it back. I think it was 1-1 going into the third. MVP had a very good second round, but the third, I don't even know where to go with it. There were two haymakers that dropped, one from each, that were room shakers. I think MVP had my supervisors coming, I get busy line. That shit was crazy. And then Chip had the MJ King of Pop Killer Pill MJ overdose line. That shit was fucking nuts. So first match, I gotta go 2-1 either way, man. I don't know. I think I want to go edge Chip, but if you went MVP, I wouldn't be mad. But it was a fucking fire ass first match for the closure card. Next up, they had a one rounder, 1SK battle with EMB and Re-Up Snub. Style clash. I think it's more of a, I don't know if it's a style clash. I think it's ghetto versus country versus gangster mashup. It was crazy. This match was debatable to me. If you preferred Re-Up Snub, he was hitting with his fucking punches. He started off a little slow, but he started picking up. E&B was grilled up, gangster, just dope. They were both dope. I like both. I've seen Re-Up Snub before. This is my first time seeing E&B. This one could go either way. It's a preference, truthfully. Next up, we had Alias versus King Ape with a 1SK. This Alias was a better Alias. His bars were coming off a little bit smoother, and his punches were landing a lot better than the last time I saw Alias. He did have a couple of stumbles. This was a one rounder. He stumbled in the middle, but he kind of picked it back up. He got out. He got out of rhythm, and he got back on, and he kept on going. So he had a good round. And King Ape had a good round also. He's solid puncher. His clean. I like his style, his swag, how he comes off. He stumbled a little bit, but he also had a clean round. So this one could go either way. I think they both had good rounds. They both stumbled a little bit, but I'd like to see both of them again. Next up, man, O-Red versus JMurder. Woo. So before this was all said and done, this was supposed to be a 3-0 O-Red body bag. Damn close. O-Red was cooking in this motherfucking match. In the first, he had that double Jeopardy line that was fucking fire. Please get the pay-per-view and check some of this shit out, man. I was in the building. There's nothing like being live, but after, I still got to get the pay-per-view and break down the bars. So all of this shit I'm telling you is based off of just reaction from being in the building. I haven't been able to break bars down. This is just from what I got, what I caught while I was watching it live. That second round, that O-Red Jimmy Buckets line was fucking fire. And the third, if you're gonna give JMurder a round, I think it was his third, he was spazzing in the third round. So good fucking battle, man. O-Red, first time in ATL, did not disappoint. JMurder keeps coming back. He did not disappoint. disappoint. So I went 2-1, O-Red. He got the first and the second. Next up, Ynez versus Jae Millz. Jae Millz back after a not so good outing against K-Shine, and Ynez just the vet. He just keeps on ticking, nothing stops. He just keeps on going. This was an interesting matchup and very heated with their little face-off. So I was very interested to see what the fuck these motherfuckers were gonna tell each other when they had to stand in front of each other for 3 rounds. You can talk that shit, but what you gonna do when it's battle time? And basically, when it comes to this battle, Ynez was Ynez, and Jae Millz was Jae Millz. They both did what they do. They didn't switch, they didn't change, they just did what they did. So it was hard to call this battle. I think I went first, I went with Ynez. I think second, I went with Jae Millz. And truthfully, who you got the third is who got this battle. I believe I edged Ynez, but if you went Jae Millz, I wouldn't be mad at you. Very debatable. It's preference, truthfully, who you like. If you like, I think Ynez was a lot more animated with his delivery and punches and what? Ynez was Ynez. Jae Millz a little bit more hard-edged, more street. They were who they were. So all preference on that one. 2-1 debatable. I think I edged Ynez. Next up, we had QB Black Diamond versus Bonnie Godiva. This match definitely had backstory. They fought in the past. All that was brought up. ARP brought some extra security to the stage because he wasn't sure what was going to happen. But this was a fire matchup. I think I gave the first to Bonnie. Bonnie came out wigging. She did her thing. QB was good, but I think I edged the first round to Bonnie Godiva. She was just hitting a little bit harder. But the second and third, I think I went with QB, man. I ain't pulling the strap out. I'm gonna fuck you with it. That line was fucking dope. The OxyClean and OxyContin line in the second was fucking dope. Which one of these R&B niggas you fucking? That whole scheme, that shit was dope. Her second and her third were, better to me than Bonnie's. Bonnie, she was kind of repetitive in her second and third. Some of her shit wasn't landing. She had a very provocative outfit, I must say that. But I wasn't really, her first, she started off fire, but she kind of cooled off. So I'm going 2-1 QB Black Diamond. And then we had the main event. Bill Collector versus Hitman Holla. Now, we know that if there's a match that had a backstory, this is one of them. And shout out to both of these cats, Bill Collector and Hitman. I think this was a damn near classic. These cats was going at it. I think Hitman had something to prove. I think he pushed his pen in this battle. And Bill, he said he had the greatest comeback of 2018, hands down. So he was on a roll. He was on an upward trajectory. This matchup was years in the making. So let's talk about it. This was a fire fucking match. Bill Collector did his fucking thing. Fucking Hitman did his thing. But let's talk about it. I think in the first round, it was debatable. They both did their thing, but I think the thing I think about the edge about this battle is, and I don't know again how it translates on the pay-per-view. I'm just talking about how it feels in the building, watching these two motherfucking gladiators go at it. Bill was coming with with the truth. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't coming with the super bar, the gun bars and the kill you this and kill you that. He came with the fucking truth, and he addressed the fight. In the first round, he addressed the fight. In the second round, he addressed Hitman's little brother. In the third, I think he fell off a little bit, and I gave Hitman the third. But, for me, Hitman was dope, but he wasn't speaking that truth. Bill was speaking that truth. The fact that, he took that L and stood up in front of the nigga and wanted to stand in front of the nigga and motherfucking opened up his soul to what the fuck happened in that first round was like, it was dope, man. It was fucking dope. And then the comedy, the humor, the fact that you took an L and he, you know, and he's unapologetic and, you know what I'm saying, talking about that shit. That shit was funny. That shit was entertaining. That was Bill. You know what I'm saying? That shit, his first and second were fucking dope. So for me, my opinion, I got 2-1 Bill Collector. I know I'm hearing 3-0 Hitman, 2-1 Hitman. I mean, again, this is just my opinion. After I check out the pay-per-view, the VOD, and break down some bars some more, I don't know, maybe I'll swing in a different direction. But just based off of what I saw while I was on the stage behind them niggas, 2-1 Bill Collector. The last match on the card can be a main event on any platform. We got Charlie Clips versus Math Hoffa. Now, there was a lot of backstory when it comes to this matchup. The fight, disaster, not fighting for Clips, blah, 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 blah. It's gone unanswered for many, many years. So now this was the perfect opportunity, closure, to answer these questions. This was a hell of a fucking match. Last match of the night, it came after the Bill Collector and Hitman match, but it was damn sure worth the wait. These 3 rounds from each competitor were fire. No rounds off. They came at it every single round. We had the old Charlie Clips. He had the schemes, the jokes. We had the old Math Hoffa. They came with it, man. This was a hell of a fucking match. But overall, I think I went 2-1 Clips, man. I think his first and his second, I think, were a little bit better, and I think I edged the third to Math.
We'll come again with our